and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, and it is Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder night. Tonight I am going to be making 4 cards, at least I think 4 cards. I do not have these done. I quickly came up with this, and then we went out for dinner with one of our kids, so I just got home. I'm a little discombobulated tonight, but we're gonna get through it. I have in my head, so we're gonna it might turn out crappy and it might turn out really nice, but we will see. So tonight I am going to, I think, create 4 cards from one 12 by 12 sheet. We are going to be using the Lovely Garden Designer Series paper to create our cards. We're going to get 4 cards, at least I think so, One Sheet Wonder cards from one sheet. Now let me change the camera and we'll get started. All right, so now this month in my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit, I am featuring, got all my little pieces, the Lovely Garden Designer Series paper. Now this paper is gorgeous. This particular print right here, I hand cut out all the different bouquets, even the side edges. So this sheet right here I've been saving for all my hand cut pieces, and I do cut them out with my snippers. Little scissors works great for cutting out those images. So club members do receive the full 12 by 12 pack. They also get the full pack of the Starburst sequence and a card kit to create 8 cards, 4 different designs, 2 of each card. Generally, the first card is a simple card and the rest are fun fold cards. They kind of mix it up. Now, club members do not need to purchase the coordinating Thankful Garden bundle, but if they want their sentiments to be identical to mine, they're going to want to get the bundle. Tonight, I'm also bringing in the Stylish Shapes dies and the Countryside Corners dies, which are on the last chance list, and I believe they are on sale as well for, I want to say $19.60. Don't quote me on that, but I know they are on special and they are while supplies last. So probably after tonight's card, you might want to jump on and order these Countryside Corners dies. Now these, the link for all the supplies that I'm using for tonight's fun fold cards and bonus cards, you will find under the video. It says more. Click on that. I have a link to my store and I have listed each of the products that I'm using tonight. So just click on the product. It'll bring you to my online store. So let's get started. I think, like I haven't done these cards, so I think this is the print that I want to use for tonight. And we're going to cut this up to create our fun fold cards and our bonus cards. So let me bring in my trimmer here. And I am going to start by turning it. It is kind of directional, so I hope they turn out. And I'm going to start by cutting this at 5 3/8. So 5 3/8. Just like that. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut it in 2-inch increments. So 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Get that straight. 2 inches. So far, easy enough. And I want to just make sure that this is 2 inches. Sometimes it runs a little long. That looks good. Now I'm going to take this piece that we have left over and I want to cut this at 4 inches. Now club members will receive the One Sheet Wonder pattern in their downloads, and then I want to cut it at 5 3/8. We're going to save that piece. We're going to turn this and cut it at 2 inches. All right, and now I'm going to take this piece. This is the one that might throw my stuff off here a little bit, and I'm going to cut this at 5. No, this way at 5. Correct? Yes. This way at 5. And then I'm going to cut this at 4.5. All right. And I'm going to take this and cut this at 3 inches. And at 3 inches. All right, so we have these pieces right here. And I got that little piece there. All right. We will see how I come out here. Oh, it's a puzzle. It is a puzzle. These came out different than what I thought they were going to. That's all right. We'll make it work. And this should be 4.5 by 5. And why does that look wrong? Nope, that's right. Okay, we're going to go with that. Actually, while I have it here, I'm going to put the 4.5 at the top here. And I'm going to score each end at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do this side at 1/2 inch as well. And then I'm going to fold on those score lines. But I'm thinking I want this side showing, so I'll fold it back. Which is good to have that nice crease. I'm going to have that showing on the top. What am I going to do? I'm going to have 4 card bases for this one card. This is a fun fold card. I need 4 pieces that are 4.25 by 5.5, scored at 2 1/8. All right, so I'm going to fold on those score lines. And I know that score lines are hard to see with that black paper. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my pieces and we're going to start attaching those to just like that. I think this card is going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to attach all these. See if I can do it with just my tape here instead of the liquid glue. Now it's going to have a very, very tiny black showing all the way around. I'm pretty brave doing it without my liquid glue. You don't want to cover your score line there. All right. You're going to do that to all 4 of these pieces. So we're going to have a very tiny bit, and we're going to fold them in just like that. All right, you're going to do that to all of these. This is, believe it or not, this is one card that we're doing. And I don't know the name of it. It's kind of cool. That's going a little crooked. That's one thing. We have the option of moving a little bit when you got the liquid glue. I love the blacks, the pinks, the blues. Gorgeous paper, gorgeous print. Okay, there's that one. We're making progress. This card, just this one card, took up just about that whole 12 by 12. Just about. Whoops. This one, I want just a hair moved over. There we go. Very tight to the edge. Just a little bit of that black showing. Lost you guys. There, should be back. There we go. Turn down. My mic turned down. I don't think so, but let me check. No, it's up all the way. My volume is up all the way. See if you can turn your volume up on your end once. And see if that would help. I hope so. I'll try to talk a little louder and that might help. All right, so now I have this piece right here. This is going to go on the front. I like the opposite. This is where we're going to use those countryside corner dies. So I'm going to use, I think it's the third one from the largest, all right? We're going to center that between our, you can't really see my score lines, but we're going to center it between the score lines. Top, bottom. I'm going to use a little bit of tape here because we're going to die that, cut that out. Those crisscross lines kind of confuse me a little bit too. Let's hope it comes out kind of straight, right? All right, so I think that looks straight. It's hard to tell with the lines all wonky like that. Now I'm going to cut this out. Now since I've had my wrist surgery, I really can't crank very well, so I use an electric die cutting machine. I still have my cut and emboss, but for me, the electric really saves on my wrist. So, let me take that off. And then let me take off my little tape here. And there's our cut piece, all right? So we're going to save this for another card. So we're going to fold back on those score lines again. And we're going to take one of these, really doesn't matter which one, I'm going to go with this one. And we're going to attach it to the front. Okay, and it is going to bow in like that, but we're going to still be able to fold this card flat to mail it. So you can see it kind of already kind of bows, but I'm going to just give it a little help with my bone folder. And then I'm going to just put my tape down one side, and you could use liquid tape if you like. And then I'm going to kind of lightly, hopefully, I want to kind of get this straight and centered top to bottom. It's a little bit off. I might have to leave it right where it is. We're going to flip this side over. And then I'm going to kind of flatten it out because I want it to be able to go flat for mailing, so I can still put it in an envelope to mail. And then I'm going to start adding these pieces in. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to attach this. You don't want to go on that score line. You want to keep it, so you just want to match up the sides. and top and bottom. Should match up pretty well. And you're going to take another one and you're going to put it on the other side. Again, you just want to match up the top and the side, and you don't want to cover up your crease or your score line there. So you just want to keep it nice and flush, top and bottom. Got my flowers all going in the right direction. And then for the back, you're going to cover up the whole back, but you don't want to put your adhesive down here. You want to keep that open. So you're going to run your adhesive. Again, you're going to match up the sides like that. So you can see it's kind of like almost like a stage maybe. Okay, on the back, I cut a little bit smaller of the same Countryside Corners die, but it was just a little smaller than the other one. And I'm going to put that right here on the back for your writing, your stamping, your sentiment, whatever you would like. We're going to put that. You can put it towards the top, bottom, however. I'm going to kind of center it, I think. So gorgeous on the back. Now for the front, we got this little mechanism here. It's 1 inch by 2.5, and it's scored a 1/2 inch from each side. And so I'm going to fold on those 1/2 inch. And then it's about 3/4 is about half. So I'm going to kind of give it a little bit of a halfway mark. And I'm going to put my adhesive on those flaps. And then I'm going to, where it's centered here, the center here, I'm going to line up with the center on my card, in that. So the center here, I put the center of this, so it's the same on both sides. Then I'm going to take my glue dots, and I'm just going to run some glue dots down the center of this little piece right here. One more, I think. I could run a bead of liquid glue too, but glue dots are nice. Then I have another one of these die cuts, same size as the one on the back. And I'm going to stamp on that. And I'm going to stamp with love. This is from the Coordinating Thankful Garden bundle. I'm going to just stamp that right here at the bottom. I think this would be a gorgeous wedding card. And then I'm going to pop that, which I cut that right from the paper. Beautiful. So I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals here. These are all little, I want big. Here we go. And then maybe I'll do one little one in the leaf there. Okay, I'll do one in the other leaf too. So, Kathy, can you hear me better now? Or is it still not very good? So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to come in with some of those Starburst sequins. And I think I'm going to stick with the white. Maybe like so. I think that looks pretty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to center that right like that, and you get that pop-up window. You can see that in there, how that pops up with our little mechanism. And it does fold flat for mailing. So, pops up. Love that. You got a gorgeous back side. Isn't that gorgeous? Off the sides. Love it, love it. All right, so that's that one. Now we got these other pieces left here. So the next card, it's going to be a fun fold. It is 4 1/4 by 11, and then score. We're going to score it at 2 1/8, 4 1/4. Got something stuck on my 5 1/2. Okay. Then we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to make this 1 by 4. So I need to trim it down just a hair, and I believe it is already 4. Yes. So we need that piece. Then this piece, we are going to cut that down to 4. And let's see, this was cut at, we're going to cut it at 1 1/2. All right. Now that's all the cutting. We're going to fold this in half at the 5 1/2. Give that a good crease. Then we're going to fold it on this one here. And then we're going to fold this back like this. So this is going to be like a Z-fold bookbinding card. So we're going to attach the inside here. So it's like a bookbinding. See how it's like a book? But this is going to be a Z-fold. So we're going to put that there. Then I have another piece of black that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's going to go over the front here like that. But first we're going to attach our pieces. So this one's going to go on the outside here. Where did my finger? And if you could put this side up, whichever way you like. Maybe you like that side better than the flower. Whichever you like. This piece here is going to go on the inside piece. And we're going to put it right here on the end. Like so. It looks like I might have to trim it just a hair. Is your mic turned down? Hard to hear, and your volume was all the way up. I don't think my mic is turned down. I don't know. I will have to play with that. I'm not sure. Okay, this is going to come over this. So now we're going to take one of these other pieces that we have. And I've already cut a piece of white, and I stamped happy birthday. Now that happy birthday sentiment I got from the Simply Said. It's this one right here. I just wanted to do something a little bit different because this paper is gorgeous. So we're going to put this on our piece of black. Then we're going to put this piece towards the top. I could have stamped that up higher. I thought my piece was going to be a little bit longer. It would have been if I cut right, but I cut something wrong at the beginning. I could put it down a hair, but I think I'm going to just put it up to where I was thinking it was going to go. And then it's going to go on this Z fold front right here. So we're gonna match that up just like that, and it will open like this. Really pretty. I love this paper. Gorgeous. So let's come in with, we could do the pinks, but I'm gonna keep with the white, I think. And let's see, how do I want my, I could come in like this and kind of just take up that space. Something different. All right. I like it. Play around with it. Decide what you like. Okay, now we're going to take this piece that we cut from the front. Remember this? We're going to take that and we're going to bring in some basic black, which I've already took. It's 5.5 by 8.5. Scored it at 4 1/4 and folded it in half. Let's see. Sound is good for me. Oh, beautiful. I have my thing turned up as far as it will go. It is better now. Okay, well, I hope it's good. This is a piece of basic white I want, which I emboss with the exposed brick. It's kind of hard to see, but I did emboss that. We're going to put that on there. Then I have a piece of black that I die cut with the bigger size Countryside Corners dies. Again, these dies are on the last chance list and they are on sale. I looked just before I went live and they are still available. So I could put that, but I'm thinking I'm going to go that size. And then I die cut some flowers from that paper. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we'll do something with a sentiment banner maybe. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Okay, so let's glue this all together. Like I said, I really didn't know how the cards were going to go tonight because I have not actually made them all. When I stamped my, or when I cut up that 12 by 12, I didn't cut it according to my sketch. I have a little sketch, so my pieces didn't come out exactly as I was thinking they were gonna, but that's okay. We are making do with what we got. And that's kind of just how I roll. All right, so I think I'm going to keep that flat. So we're going to just attach that. Kind of center that on the white like that. I'm going to pop up those flowers, I think. And if they turn out ugly, I don't know. I don't think they can turn out ugly. Not with this paper. This paper, but I am a pink and black girl, that's for sure. So for me, they're beautiful, even though they didn't come out quite how I had it in my head, but that's okay. Lots of dimensionals on the back there. Pop that up so nice. So we can do like that. I kind of do like it like that. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm gonna put my banner down here. I'm thinking like that. And then I thought, because you know how I like to, I'm going to make this one a birthday as well. Or do I want to do something else? Maybe I'll do, let's see. This is from the bundle. This is the Thankful Garden. Maybe I'll do this one. Thankful for you, friend. kind of fills up that space a little bit better. And I could pop that up. I could cut this in half and put half of that underneath there on each side. Ooh, I kind of like that. Kind of like that. So we're gonna put that out each side here. And then I'll pop that up too. What do you think? Does that look pretty? All right, so we're gonna put that, I think I'm gonna do it like that. I like that. And I think maybe I'll try the pink. It's not the exact same, but I think we're okay. Whoops. What do you think? I think that turned out quite pretty. It reminds me of like a window. I don't know. I like it. I like it for not knowing what the heck I was going to do. Okay, I got this piece here. And obviously I had a bigger piece in mind when I cut that. So, and I got all these little strips left. Not too bad really from that 12 by 12. So I'm going to start with a card base. Again, that is the black. We're going to see what we come up with here. 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4. So fold it in half. And I do have another piece of that white with exposed brick. And this was supposed to be a little bit bigger. So we might just have to go with what we got. Cover that up a little bit maybe. Or I could cut it down too. Maybe I'll just cut it down. What did my square end up being? 3 by 3 square. So that means 3 1/4. So I could do it like this, or, because I do like the other side, and I do have some more flowers cut, we could even go with something different. This seems too little. I think I'm going to go back to this side. Keep with the... I like that. I think that's pretty. Keep with the existing paper. We'll attach that. Did I attach this yet? No. I like to use liquid glue when I have an embossed piece of cardstock, because sometimes when you use the tape, it will rip because of all the texture from the embossing. So I like to use liquid glue when it's an embossed piece. I know you can't see that very well. So I could raise that up. I'll do that. Pop that up. We'll put one in the middle too. So it's similar to the last card, but it's going to look different because the last one we used those Countryside Corners dies, so you get a whole different look. Let's center that. I will, just because I like the way this stamp fills up my banner here, I'm going to stamp that same sentiment again. And then I have some, if I can pick it up, I got some black here. We could put just across the whole bottom, just like that. I like it. We'll cut this down to 4 inches. I think if I center it here, kind of across the bottom, we should be good. That looks good. Maybe I should pop that up because we popped up this. I'm going to leave it flat. Just like that. Oh, I like it. Come in. I think we'll use the pink again. Let's see. Maybe I'll do like that. All right, so now let me grab some white here. I thought I had some laying here on my desk. For the inside, we got a strip here, which will fit perfectly across the bottom. We could use the other side. Got to use up all those little strips, right? That's pretty. I'm going to go with that. I don't know about these other 2 little pieces that I got left over. I'm thinking I probably won't use them, but I don't have a problem throwing away just those little scraps. I mean, you could keep them. I'm sure there's something you could figure out to do with them, but I'm thinking I did pretty good with that 12 by 12. Like it. We'll put 1 in here, and you know what I'm going to do for this one? I mean, I could put this somehow on here, and then maybe put a die cut somehow, or not a die cut, a hand cut. Or I could just do a hand cut at the bottom. I mean, you could do that. Then I just got this little piece left over. You could even probably patch that in there, and you'd never know it if you wanted to use up those little strips. Always something you can do. I'm gonna glue, well, let's see, I got some side ones here too. Look at, like this. See how that was the side of the paper? I could put that down from the top. That's kind of pretty too. Use those edges. Look at this side. Could easily put those side pieces. So use every bit of that designer series paper, all those images, the sides, the bouquets, they can all be used. I like to use the liquid glue because I like to get all of it glued nice and flat. Isn't that pretty? What did I tell you? This paper is just gorgeous. Oh, and I'm out. Perfect timing. Couldn't have planned it any better. Finish it up with a little bit of that liquid glue. I think this card turned out beautiful. I'm going to put that inside. Oh, I love black and pink. It is so pretty. All right, so 12 by 12. These are my leftover pieces, but you could use them if you wanted to decorate your inside. So there we go. Those were the leftovers. And here's the leftover, kind of leftover. And then here was the main one from that. Is that all my pieces? Yep, that is. That's all my pieces. So I was right. 4 cards, one 12 by 12 sheet. I think they turned out lovely. They will be posted on my blog tomorrow so you can get up close views of them. But again, if you need any of the supplies, below the video it says show more. Click on the more. And I have a list of all the supplies that I used for tonight. If you do want any of the supplies like those, because I've shown you them, they're probably going to sell out, but these are on the last chance list. They are the countryside corners and they are discounted, so I think they're like $19.60, so you might want to grab those tonight. The paper again is the Lovely Garden. It is part of my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for this month. Club members will get the One Sheet Wonder download pattern and the measurements for all the cards that I created tonight. They will find it in the photo gallery on my blog. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell in the upper right hand corner so you know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.